Hello guys, how are you doing? My name is Winfred and welcome to this channel where it's all about digesting the Bible with Winfred. Today, however, I'm not here to digest the Bible, but I'm here to talk about the dream that I had this morning. Today, I think is the 10th of November, and I've just had this dream and I had to come on here and record it. For anyone who has ears, guys, listen. And for anyone who feels humble enough to believe there is a God out there, guys, go ahead and listen. And you can go ahead as well and share this video if you feel you believe in it to friends and family, because it is for that reason that I'm sharing, that everyone will come to know about what God is up to and what He's saying to us today. Now, normally I have dreams. I normally have dreams, and when I do have dreams, they don't take long to manifest. That is what is so scary about this dream that I had, because when I have like a dream today, it doesn't take a long time for the dream to come to pass. That is why this one had to be put out there, just in case it will help someone, get better with their God. Now, without wasting time, I'll let you know, guys, those are watching on TikTok, you are welcome. Subscribers, thank you. I don't care so much for views, but this particular video, I would want that someone out there gets to hear. So if you hear it, please share. I had a dream this morning when I was with my sister. Right now, me and my sister don't see much of each other. But in this dream, we were living in a boarding house. I don't know why we were living in a boarding house, but it was big and we were living there. Currently, she's married, I'm married, and we are all living with our families. But in that boarding house, there were so many other people living in it. And we were not students, so I don't know why we were living there, but there are many people living in that boarding house. And I think there may have been other people that we know, but one who stood out in particular was my sister. And we went out, we were in a car going somewhere, and it had just finished raining. Now, I'm trying to remember all bits of this dream so we don't miss a thing. It had just finished raining, so we were driving past. I come from Uganda. Those of you who don't know me and don't know where I come from, I'm from Uganda. And near where I stay, there is a market called Farmers Market. It's for the church, Miracle Center Church. Now, as we were driving past, there was this man who was on a bicycle who had things. Normally in Uganda, when people are selling tomatoes, onions, green pepper, they put them in a box, wooden box. And so they ride the bicycle with those things in there. And so if you want them, you stop them and buy. So he was ahead of us and the driver stopped for some reason, because this guy was saying things and he seemed annoyed and perturbed. He didn't know what was going on. Then he branched off at Farmers Market, where we had stopped as well, because he was passing right in front of our car. Now, when he got out, he was asking those vendor people at the market, asking them, what is that is going on up in the sky? What is that going on in the sky? So when we were in the car, we had parked, we opened the doors. I opened my door and got out, and we looked at the skies. Goodness. Guys, something is happening, something is coming, something big, greater than all of us is coming. So we stopped at the market. Now, you're going to note things in this dream. The first thing was the rain that had just rained and stopped. The second thing is the market and that man and the boarding house where we're staying. Those are key things. And what was in the sky. So in the sky, one part of the corner, which was the right-hand side, I saw like a volcano up in the sky. It had created a hole. Yeah, like a hole. It seemed like, I can only describe it as a volcano because I have not many words to describe what I saw. But it was like Some people call it an opening in the skies, but it had like a ring around it with a lot of force that had created that hole so that you could see through and see what is in the heavens. And it was surrounded with clouds, but it was a big hole, more like a shape that could be caused because of a tornado, or you've seen those strong winds that come in a spin and they are very fast. That is how that thing looked up in the sky. So I looked through and there was something pouring. I mean, we were down here, it was in the far corner of the sky, but as I looked up, you could see something is pouring, like hot, something white pouring out. And then in the other corner, there were all these flashes, colors, different colors. But in the dream, I had heard that that would happen and it would be a key sign to something happening. So there were different colors, different things going on in the skies that everyone who was awake was able to see. Now, remember, we were in the car going on about our business. No one really knew what was going on except when this man passed right in front of our car and started saying, what is that going on in the skies? So that means it was a normal day. Everyone was going on about their business as normal, and no one really cared much about, what was happening up there. But because this man had made an alarm, we all stopped and we started seeing. And the people at the market, some saw, some didn't. But those who saw were in fear, terrible fear, because no one knew what was happening. Then we stood in awe of what we were seeing in the skies. Then I told it took some time looking at the skies. So later we saw the skies, all the magnified things that were there, different colors, different flashings, different things going on, all of a sudden disappeared. And then darkness came. Like, I don't know, like a blanket of darkness was laid all over the skies, and it went dark while it was morning. I was sure it was about 9 a.m. But while it was morning or daylight, it became dark. And I told my sister, it is daytime. So this is of God. That is what I was telling her. And there were some people who, near that market, there are storied buildings. They are really not so high, but they are storied. So one of them tried to stretch out and get the clouds and, play with the skies. The blanket that had been laid that was black was playing with it at the edge of it, pulling it, trying to pull that edge, the darkness that had come, that covered. And lightning came from the back of that blanket. It was like God is laying layers of things that are going to cover the earth. But this one was mocking and playing with what God was doing in the dream, playing with that blanket. It was a big, big blanket covering the whole earth. And this person was getting the corner of it and playing with it, trying to play, touching it. The moment she thought of it doing that, lightning came, and it was in a way that I've never seen before. Lines that are long from one end coming, stretching, but it was like, in my dream, I got to know that God is laying more layers of things that are going to cover that cloud, whereby it seemed like oil, like oil for the engine, but dirty oil for the engine had been poured out. When you pour oil on water, it floats. That means it can be moved, but it's not so easy. Now, that is how that covering was. It's like a layer of oil had been covered on the skies that is black and thick, but they were laying more layers while this lady was trying to play with what was going on. So I told my sister, the moment you see this happening, we need to prepare, because it is time to go home. Now, we had to leave that boat. I was telling her to prepare because we have to leave that boarding house and go home. That is the only safe place we could be if this is going to happen. More and more things being poured out. We had to be gone home. So we went to the dorm area where we were living, and we were parking. And I was seeing some people who heard what I had said, others who didn't hear or didn't take it serious or had never heard of it stayed in that dorm. And those who had heard of it and were waiting for signs had already packed and was planning to start leaving that dorm and go home. And that is when I woke up. Guys, now time for me to break it down so you get to know what it actually means. That dream, bit by bit. Now, I'm not a pastor, guys, get me right. I'm not a prophet, I'm not a preacher. But guys, God is seeking for an opportunity to speak to all of us as individuals. That was the core reason He created mankind, that He could relate with Him. That is why you see in the Bible, He would wake Adam up in the morning, and in the evening, every evening they would come and commune with God. He wants to have a relationship with us, and He's got no respect of persons. Gone are the days where God spoke through the prophets and prophets alone, where He spoke through priests. Now, God is ready to speak to anyone who has a listening ear. I'll tell you about myself so you don't think I'm any different, because I'm just like you. In the past days, I was not praying so much. I was not being so prayerful. But I had a dream before that I'll tell you much later about, in another video, because the time slots are not the same and they are different for every platform. Now, in that dream, I realized people are being bound right now so that they cannot pray. I had the dream beforehand, but then I don't know why. When it happened to me, I stopped praying. I would be not as prayerful as I know I should be. You know, you're supposed to be praying. You wake up, you're supposed to, but the routines of the day, our responsibilities kick in, and you find yourself not praying and spending as much time with God as you should. But all of a sudden, I was like, no, I have to return to that place, because I had a dream. Those of you who have watched my videos before, you should look out for my video where I told you to, where I was sharing a dream when I was told to prepare, or it is time to take kinesia. That was another dream, guys. It was one of those dreams that scared me and at the same time left me confused, because I didn't know what kinesia was, but I got to find out kinesia is a Jewish word meaning to take the church, meaning church. So if I was told to wake up and prepare, for it is time to take kinesia, that dream was telling me to wake up and prepare, for it is time to take the church. But even when I had that dream, I didn't know what to do to prepare. Probably that's why God sent this other one, which is more detailed, that I get to understand. Now, when we were in the dream, in the boarding house, we have all been put out on earth. It is our boarding place. We are here for a time. We are here. A boarding house is not somewhere you can, make permanent roots and be like, I'll be here forever. You can, that's why it's boarding. At a time will come when you board out. You just move on and leave the boarding house. Now, this is what the dream was meaning. I hope someone who has ears can hear this, guys. I pray that we may hear what God is telling us, because there will be enough warning, but it's up to us to take heed or not to take heed of what God is telling us. Otherwise, in that dream, we were in that boarding house. The boarding house is the earth where we are right now. It is, we are all on borrowed time. We are here and gone tomorrow. Just like in boarding schools, you are there for a certain period and you're out after some time. So in this dream, we were in a boarding house where I happened to see my sister. Right now, I don't see or hear from my sister. I hope that if she hears this video or watches, she gets to do what she has to do with her God, because it is time. This is more like the other dream of preparing kinesia, because it is time. We are leaving soon, guys, very soon. That dream, I was told to prepare, because it's coming to take the church. Preparing, guys, when I just give an example, when I say prepare, like to my kids, I tell them prepare that table because we are going to eat. It does not take me days to to get the food ready so that we can sit. The moment you're told to prepare, it is imminent. It's coming. It is coming. God, guys, our God is coming to take his charge. He's coming. We are on borrowed time. We are on borrowed time. I hope someone can hear now. We were in that boarding house, and when we went out, we were in a car. Now, the car that we were in represents everything that God has called us to do, all of us as individuals. We are all here for a reason. The car is the ministry, the calling, the destiny, the things that God created you to do. You are probably going on about doing them. It was a normal day. People were in the markets. Others were going on. This man was riding his bicycles, vending his things on his bike. We all are here, and there are things we are called to do. So we're probably doing them right now. But what is going to happen is going to happen abrupt. When we least expect it is happening. He parked right in front of us. That is what made us stop. And had we not stopped, we wouldn't have gotten out of the car to see what was in the sky. That means we would have missed what is going on. That goes to show you there are people who are going to miss this, the warnings. Because this man rode right in front of us. For some reason, he did that, and that was risky because he could have been hit. Now, had he not done that and intercepted us, we would have continued on our way and missed the warnings that were in the skies. Guys, I pray that you're not like one of those who miss the warnings that God has to give to his people. I know you may think I'm righteous. I'm not. Like I said, I've not been prayerful. But the moment I decided to go back to my God and spend quality time with him and pray, lo and behold, he warned me. So that means if you and anyone else that is watching thinks this serious and goes before their God, he will reveal to you the times that we are living in. He will reveal to you what is happening. He will reveal to you what is going to happen, because we are going on about like blind people, not aware of what actually is going on. You hear of the economic shutdown of America, but some people are aware, some are not, and for different reasons. But that doesn't mean because you didn't hear, you will not, or because you didn't believe, it won't happen. It is going to happen. It will happen. Talk about the digital IDs. That is a different story, guys. A lot is going on. And all this is driving to the same thing, the end times that we are heading to, which is talked about in Revelation. If you've never read Revelation, ask the Holy Spirit to explain it to you so that you understand. Some of these are clear, some are complicated, but with the help of the Holy Spirit, you can really get to the root of what Revelation is up about, and you can be able to understand and prepare yourself better. Now, we stopped at the market because of the warning. That goes to show you that many people are going to be doing their things, but God is going to put in place people who will warn them. Like I'm doing right now, trying to share with you. Some of you may scroll off. Some of you may just ignore the video. That is ignoring the warning signs. I pray someone takes this serious, because if you don't, what is going to happen after? I will tell you dreams that God has shown me about the life after the rapture. You don't want to be here, guys. You don't. Now, because he had intercepted us, we branched off to the market. And the market represents chaos, a spirit of confusion and chaos, because the market is never organized. There are those who are shouting shoes, there are those who are shouting food, tomatoes, onions. The market represents chaos. The state of the earth will be in chaos. But I want us to remember where the dream started off from. It had just rained. After the rain, because this man was drenched in all the rain that had poured down, the one who was with the bicycle, because he had no covering. Now, the rain represents refreshing times, times of grace, times of peace that we've had, which God has given us and we've taken for granted, thinking we are here to stay, thinking that this is our home and so we are equal with God, doing as we please. The rains represent God's grace. We have been in a time of grace, but that time has run out because the rain had stopped. And this was coming. Now the market represents chaos. The state of the earth will be in chaos at what God is going to be doing, what is going to happen soon. I hope that is clear. Now in the sky was that ring kind of hole surrounded with clouds, but white, and something was being poured out like magma, like it seemed hot but color white. I don't know what that was, but I think it is the pouring out of the Spirit of God upon His people, so that they can listen, so that they can do what they have to do and prepare. But on the other side were all these other flashings, all these other things that I didn't understand what they stood for. But God, actually in the dream, now that I've spoken about them, I get the understanding that there are these different things that God is doing to alert us, because they did not come in dull colors. They came in bright colors where they could draw attention to people. They could attract people to see. God is doing so many things in the earth right now, or in the world right now, but we are blinded. Like I'm saying, if it had not been for that man who had intercepted us, we wouldn't even have stopped to see what was up in the skies, because it had just rained. Everyone is rushing to go and do their things, or get out of the rain, or escape the muddy roads. That is what was going on now. And that I actually, that dream ended when I was telling my sister to pack. We were packing, or we had gone back to the dorm where we were staying, and we were packing, because I told her we need to pack and go home, because it's not going to be safe after all this. Because once the layers, all those things had ended, the pouring out from that ring, it was pouring literally out from heaven to the earth in one corner on the right hand side. And that was the pouring out of the Spirit of God upon His people. That is what you will need to be raptured. That is what you will need to be able to go home. That which was poured out. And it wasn't a lot, but it was to those who are waiting and ready for its pouring. Like, let me give you an example. When Jesus told the disciples that He would go and prepare a place for them, but He would not leave them as orphans, but that He would send His Spirit upon every flesh. Now, the Holy Spirit was poured out on the disciples who were waiting in the waiting room. It did not pour out to those who didn't come to the room. It poured out to those who had been in the room waiting. Guys, we need to prepare our lives and wait on God. Pray. Read your Bibles. That is key for all of us. I was telling God I'm going to be recording soon. But if there is anything you want me to put out there, please show it to me. When I was praying yesterday, speak to me so that I don't waste time talking nothing, but talk about that which you want your people to hear. So I believe that what I'm talking about today is what God intended for you to hear today. The essence of this channel is to read our Bibles from Genesis all the way up to Revelation. And what birthed this channel was, because before this channel was for my kids, when they are doing gymnastics, playing around, fooling around, doing a lot of nothing. And then the Holy Spirit told me, you've done a lot to publicize yourself. What have you done to publish me? I said, God, I'm sorry. I didn't know I could use this platform to share about you. And that is how it was birthed, to share the word step by step, chapter by chapter, to those who want to hear the Bible and can't wait for Sunday and want to have a daily reading of the Bible. So that is what birthed this channel. So me talking to you about what I have seen, it's not because I'm a prophet or a pastor or anything, but it's because of what God has revealed to me that I share. Now, it is not right that God reveals something to you and you keep it to yourself. It needs to be let out there for others to know as well and be warned, because it doesn't please God when He comes and takes only one person, though it doesn't matter to Him. Remember, guys, when it was Noah's time, he was ready to destroy the whole earth. And Moses, to destroy all of them and start afresh with just him. And he did not even care, doing it with Noah and just his 3 sons and their wives. He didn't really care about doing that. So it goes to show you that God is not impressed by numbers, but it would please Him if his creation returned back to him. God is not going to force us into doing anything, guys, or choosing him. He has given us that platform to choose. You choose to use an iPhone or a Samsung for whatever reason. You choose to use WhatsApp or not to use WhatsApp. Now that choice is running from way back by God giving us that choice. He's not going to force himself on us, but he desires that his creation will respond to him. And time is up, guys. Time is up for all of us. We are here on borrowed time. I hope someone is hearing and you don't feel too big that you cannot give time to your God. Out of the 24 hours that he gave us, he requires of us no time at all. It's not written that you should, pray to me these many times. But as your relationship is with your God, you prepare that time. You spare that time and spend it with him, because time spent with your Creator is not wasted time. There are things that God can show you that can spare you from hard years of toil and labor just by spending time with him. The Bible has said that the race is not to the swift. Not because you woke up so early does it mean you will get the most money that day. It is God who is the one who determines who will get what. I'll give you an example. This is the world. I am God. And you and I are all these drawings on here. Yeah? Now, some are big, some are small. Yeah? Some are really, really tiny. But guess what? From this angle, being God, I can see all of them. And I could choose to write off some and just take them out because I don't like them. I could choose to highlight and shed these ones. Why? Because they've pleased me. Same applies to our God. If we please him, he will lift us up. If we do not, he will lower us down. No one is way above him. He has said that you have done all these things and you thought that I'm equal with you. But he's out to show us, guys, that he's greater. And he does not want to force his will on us. He wants us freely to choose to be his. Freely choose. I mean, he has given us 24 hours. You spending, I'm not saying spend the rest of the whole day praying. That's not what I said. But like you have someone that you care about. Like you have someone that you love. Every now and again you call. In the morning you say good morning. And then later in the day you're like, have you had lunch? That is how we should spend it with our day. What time are you coming home? What would you want to have for lunch? All those are different talks that we have with our loved ones. I don't know how many times I talk to the people that I live with in my house, but I can't count. Same applies to how we should be with our God. He would love that we talk to him on a daily basis and not just, on Sunday or at night just before I get in bed. No. You acknowledge that he's around. God, I'm going off to work. Come and go with me. That is prayer. Father, I'm going to eat. Bless my food. Sanctify it. That is prayer. That is spending time with him. God, I'm faced with this situation. I don't know what to do. Please guide me. That is praying. That is spending time with him. But we have it wrong in thinking we need to lock ourselves up in a room. There are times that is called for. But spending day, God is aware that we have to work. God is aware that we have responsibilities. So he does not require that you go and pray in the office the whole time. The time you enter to the time you leave. No. That's not what he requires of you, but to acknowledge that he's there, to ask him to guide you. When you are with someone, you let them know about everything of your day. When my kids come from school, they are ready to tell me from what happened when they entered the class, who did what. There was a time their teachers were fighting over Vaseline because their school, when school has ended, they take their kids from nap room to go and freshen up and then put on Vaseline. So one of the teachers had taken the Vaseline and the other teacher was looking for it to give to her students. And they were fighting over Vaseline. So they came and told me the whole story. It's like literally I was there. And this teacher said this. And God would want us to involve him in all that we do. Let's share with him our day. You're going out. Like, God, help me get a taxi or help me get there safely. it's raining. You're like, Father, help keep me from punctures. Small things. But that's involving him on a daily in our lives because he wants to be part of it. And we cannot live life happy and light without him being involved. I don't know where I would be without God, guys. But that on the side, guys, it's a warning dream. It's a warning dream to start packing. I was telling my sister, it's not like it was going to happen later. We were to pack immediately. And the moment we came from the market, the moment the man left and we had seen all that, and darkness had spread the first sheet, and other layers were going to be laid, I knew in the spirit that it's going to happen. They are going to lay other layers and it's going to become dark. But a different grace was poured out upon God's people. You want to be among those that the Spirit of God has been poured upon to be able to go through what is coming. Now, we went immediately and started packing. I remember from the boarding house, we were getting all that belonged to us and trying to get it away from there. I didn't know how we were going to go, but we were packing to go. Others who had heard of it, had already packed. The moment they saw the very first sign, they had already packed. But for us, we had to drive and go to the boarding house and start packing. And I woke up when we were packing to go. Guys, I hope you have been warned. I hope there's nothing that stands too big in your eyes that you think God can't, destroy. It was destruction waiting to happen. It was chaos waiting to happen. The reason why in the dream they used the market, it is because the market is one of the chaotic places. If you know me, when I'm going to the market, I don't even take my phone. I actually wear my bag at the front because I'm worried someone may pickpocket. There is a lot of pushing. I don't know about you guys and your markets, but some markets are not as safe as you think. Honestly, we're talking small markets. But markets like Owino Market in Uganda, you really have to have your things together. Otherwise, you may come back with some of them missing, I hope someone has been warned because it is time and we are out of time. We need to prepare right now. After the rains and after what I had seen, we started preparing to leave. That means we are in the preparing times. It's like we have to do it immediately because there is no time. The other one happened, the whole thing, display in the clouds happened without warning. But there was some time. Actually, I kept on telling them, more is going to happen. More is going to happen, but we need to prepare and be able to go home because we can't be here for this. In other words, we could not be at the boarding house when what was coming is coming. We had to be home. So in other words, before any of these things unravel, we have to be gone and we will be gone and we are going. Guys, I pray that you take this and take this at heart. I know there are times I've come on here and we've just talked about things, about life, about different things, investments, but this time I hope someone is listening and has taken this to heart and stands warned. Otherwise, until next time, guys, when we share something else, bye guys, and stay prepared.